This is Jyoti Rajput on your YouTube channel India Fight Back, and today we are gonna discuss about controversy of toolkit, and we have Mr. Rajiv Lochan, who is the advocate of Supreme Court as well as the national leader of Modi Sena. So, sir, I have few questions about this controversy. So, what do you think? Is this controversy against Modi government or it's against India? So, what's your point of view?
You just see, this is a very unfortunate for any country where during this pandemic, which has to fight at two fronts. One front, like a Modi government, has to fight against the pandemic, but at the same time, on the another side, they are fighting against this kind of conspiracy. So as you are, I'm coming to this question, as you have asked whether this toolkit is against Modi government or it is against India. Yes, in every country there is an opposition party. An opposition party, of course, the major objective of any opposition to tell the government about their shortcomings and where they can improve on. That's a normal practice. And of course, being political, sometimes you make an issue out of it within the country. That's very important. But when you look at the toolkit, because first thing is that we are facing a pandemic, which is something like a national emergency kind of situation.
But sorry, sir. What do you think? Like, is this the right time to make the toolkit during this pandemic?
Yeah, that's the reason I am coming to the answer, because you were asking whether it is against Modi government or it is against India. Technically, what happens, they have planned against Modi government, of course, to show it maybe like a, to create a panic kind of situation in the country. But at the same time, when it is being done at the international platform, this against Modi government has turned to be against India. So more or less, this toolkit is creating a very disastrous image about India into international platform, where you have seen like I will be very honest to tell you, maybe in America also they have faced a death of more than 4,000 a day. But nobody, no New York Times or no Wall Street Journal has taken a photograph of those coffins. But compared to America, you just see where India has a 4-time population than America. But they have made a whole hue and cry. Of course, it's very unfortunate. People are dying during the pandemic or they have a certain problem. But they have used the photographs of some of crematorium of UP and utilize it in the New York Times. So end of the day, who is behind this? What exactly they want to achieve out of this?
So what
Because
do you think?
telling
Like,
the
who
Indian
is
business
behind
for
it?
their political gain, it means they want to defame India for their political gain. So what happened? The objective was, of course, against Modi government, but end of the day, they became so blind about opposition. At the end of the day, they have became anti-India. So I will call it like the whole toolkit gang or whoever are involved with it, they are more or less not only involved with against the Modi government. Now they have taken the whole issue to tarnish the image of India. So therefore, they are against India.
So if Modi government, they know this is the like a tarnished game for the India. So how the government can counter on this, sir?
You just see, one thing is that there is a lie spread like a fire, and you can spread it the way you want to spread it. It's like you call it, it's a hybrid war. It's a propaganda war, basically. And where you utilize the media, basically, whether it's a newspaper or it's a television or because on the other hand, I can see the same thing in the various
But
news channels.
media is for everyone, sir. Media can show against the Congress, can show against the Aam Aadmi, can show against the Modi government. So
Yes,
whatever the
Laika,
media is the reports.
I want to tell you, end of the day, you just see whether you are discussing the problem or you want to find a solution. Again, as I tell you, because it's a national emergency or for any country, pandemic cannot be tackled in a switch button. It's require a collective fight. You have just seen that, but when the opposition comes hand in hand to fight this problem, things become easy and you can achieve your goal. You can win over this pandemic in a shortest period. But on the other hand, if you have a two front fight, one fight you have to do against the pandemic and another fight against this COVID, this toolkit. You just see the government priority at this stage is not fighting the toolkit. The government priority at this stage is fighting the pandemic. The government priority to save the maximum people. Government priority is to vaccinate maximum people. Government priority is to providing the minimum basic facility to people at the every level, whether it's in a city or in the villages, to giving them the health facility. But yes, it's a valid question. Sooner or later, government is going to deal with it, and that's what the reason now the legal notices has been served to the Twitters or the various agencies, and now the FIR also has been lodged.
So in your point of view, what should be the legal implications like against this controversy?
Yes, I will take it like this is a very serious crime, I tell you, because spreading the rumors, number one. Secondary thing, creating a bad image about the country. Third thing is that it's like you are deviating the fight, you are harassing, because one side the government is willing to go for a different kind of fight where they are working day and night to get the resources to the people, to save the people who are suffering, to providing them like whether it's oxygen, whether it's medicine, whether it's like even you just see we are a developing country and the various people are struggling with their rations, their foods and all those kind of things. But at the same time, when you do a propaganda war, what happens, like you create a panic kind of situation, and that also has a disastrous effect on the people. So therefore, the government need to take this as a very serious note and plan to pursue this criminal act in a proper court of law and decide, and it should go to the logical conclusion where the people who are behind this, they should have exemplary punishment. In that case, like in the future, nobody dare to do like that. That's very important.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv Lochan, for discussing all these points. But I have one more question. Like, if the opposition is also against and the public is also not in favor of Modi government, so how the government can control on it? They
No,
should head down.
Most important thing you need to understand that here public need to be patient, and yes, we need to really verify any report which is coming to us, any information which is coming from any media. We really need to do a 360-degree analysis on that. We should not be carried away by the news. Basically, we should not be we don't need to be very emotional about it. We need to verify, because somewhere we need to understand, a public need to understand, they should not become the victim of any propaganda or any false news or the fake news. And as a result, what happens, like you have seen in Delhi, like people are hoarding oxygen concentrators, or same time they are cylinders. Some people, they may need it, of course, and some people, they may not need it. But this is a panic situation which has been created by this kind of fake news.
So to stop all these kind of things, what all the major steps government should take? Like they should be took some strict steps.
And yes, the government has started, because for spreading the news, the government has taken the action on Twitter, basically, because and same time other social media like WhatsApp and Instagram, the government have made the regulations now, and by 25th of that, because they need to share the source of the information. If there is any information which is not fact checked, that which is not verified, then these social media platform need to have a grievance officer, and and they need to really check with the authorities, and they need to give information to the government ki who is the source, who is spreading this fake news, and that will give a liberty to the government to take appropriate legal action against anybody who is spreading the fake news among the people. That is there.
Okay. So this all are good discussion, whatever you told. So I hope these all messages should be delivered to the public. So what's the message you want to deliver to the public from your side, like
Yes,
especially for this?
on the finishing line, basically, we have to take it like this is a pandemic, and we all need to fight it together, and we will not allow any negative news or the fake news to come to our domain, and we will re-verify before we take any call. So therefore, this is a collective fight, and we spread a message that if we are all together, if we are well aware about the situation, then we can fight it back and we will win this. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming on this channel. So we hope we'll meet again. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your